All right, we'd like to welcome Neal Shipley to the interview room at the 2025 Charles Schwab Challenge. Neal, you're a recipient of the Champions Choice Selection. Can you just open with some thoughts about your excitement to be here at Colonial this week?
Yeah, I'm really honored that some of my peers chose to give me that exemption. Really excited to have a great week. Golf course is in phenomenal. The membership here at Colonial has just done an awesome job welcoming us to their course.
This is your second start on the PGA Tour this year. You played Valspar. Can you talk a little bit about your goals for playing on the PGA Tour more often?
Yeah, a lot of our focus this year is on the Korn Ferry Tour, getting into one of those top 20 spots. We have status out here next year, but there's when great opportunities come and I'm able to play tour events, I want to be out here. This is where I want to play, and it's just I feel like the golf courses suit me a lot better than out on the Korn Ferry Tour.
You're a winner on the Korn Ferry Tour this year. You said you just had a chance to play the golf course. Can you talk about where your game is at?
Yeah, and it's in a good spot. Had a tough week last week, but I always feel like when I start off on a stretch of golf after a week off, I start slow. So we're definitely going to keep building. I'm probably going to be going 3 or 4 weeks in a row. So excited to keep building on some of the progress and things we've been working on.
And before we open it up to questions, can you just touch on being here in Fort Worth? There's great culture, great food. Do you have any plans off the golf course this week?
Yeah, well, I came here a little early. I have some friends up in Salina, north of Dallas, and stayed with them. And there's some really good spots out there that we went to. And I was here just a few weeks ago at Texas Rangers for the Korn Ferry Tour event, and got to explore a lot. So it's a great town. I love being in Texas. If I didn't live in Florida, I'd probably live here. And super excited. I mean, barbecue food here is just pretty elite, so can't beat it.
Sure. All right, we'll open to questions. Looks like we have one from Ryan.
So, being one of the few to earn low amateur status at Masters and U.S. Open, what kind of confidence does that bring to you and help your career so far?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I missed the first part of that question.
This is getting a little hot.
Yeah, all good.
Being one of the few to earn low amateur status at Masters and the U.S. Open, how has it helped your career?
It's been massive. Knowing that I can compete at those biggest stages. So when I come out here, I know that I can beat most of the guys out here, and I think that's something that a lot of young pros don't get out of college. So really grateful for those two experiences, and I think too I learned a lot about how when we play really tough golf courses, my golf game is really suited for that. So I'm excited for a really tough test this week where you really got to have all of your game clicking to play well.
JB?
Neal, we heard from a high-level source here in the media center that you're a big fly fisherman. Talk a little bit about that in terms of the correlations between golf, fly fishing, and how you use that as an outlet when you are not on the golf course.
Yeah, it's definitely a good outlet. I haven't been as often as I'd like, but when I was in college at James Madison, I went all the time, and it was a great way to get my mind off of golf and do something on a Saturday morning and get out in nature and just kind of enjoy life. And I think with fly fishing, you get skunked a lot of days, even though you might be doing the right things and going to a lot of different spots on the water, but I think it's kind of like golf. It's the hard work doesn't always your work of putting in the research and finding good spots when you're fly fishing, it doesn't always pay off right away. And it's the same thing in golf. You can put in a lot of work into what you're doing, but it doesn't always pay off, and that patience is really key.
And then back to this tournament, Colonial, one of the best tournaments and one of the best courses on tour. Just talk a little bit about this old school golf course, how it suits your game, and what makes it so special.
Yeah, well, I think I believe it was Gil Hans did the redesign, and I think he did a phenomenal job with the golf course. I didn't get to see it before, but the way it presents right now is amazing. It definitely has a lot of that old school characteristics with a lot of slopes in the greens, even though they're small. And I think it plays modern though, where those slopes aren't so severe that you can't pin locations on the green. So hats off to him. Tee to green, it's phenomenal. Gives you a lot of options off the tee. You don't have to hit driver everywhere, but you certainly have the option to, which I think is great. If you hit great drives down the middle, it's going to reward you, but you can hit irons out there. And I think that's reflected by the list of champions we have out here. It's not always the longest players or the bombers. There's a lot of guys who dinked it around and were able to win here. So there's a big premium on iron play, and I think the golf course is, anyone could win. It's not suited to any one type of game, which is pretty rare to see, even out here on the PGA Tour.
Perfect. If there's no further questions, we'll let you go. Thank you, Neal.
Thanks, guys.